Hello. Oh, goodness. I'm choking right when I got started. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing out there? Good to see everyone. Hey, Mark, I was surprised not to see you come in with me, but you're welcome to if you want to, but you can stay on that side. You probably got work going on, which is fine. He is from SoCal. There you go. I already noticed Richard Jollin's out there. Excellent. Hey, gang. How's everybody doing? Just wanted to have some fun. And Jolin, one of our super mega ultimate righteous fans, has decided to join. So I'm going to add her. Hello, Jolin.
Good afternoon.
How
Smurf on, my friend. Smurf on.
Smurf on. That's right. I love it. Love it. And then I see Andy's out there. Hey, Andy. What's going on? Yeah, excellent. So this is I know it's an early one today. I've been doing a couple early ones, doing them at different times. I'm trying some different things, trying some different times, just to see if more people show, less people show, more people watch or rewatch, all that kind of stuff. Just going through kind of a statistics kind of thing, just checking things out just to see and see how it goes. So some of that's testing. Plus tonight, as I told Jolin earlier, I said, I'm going to spend a little time with the wife, I think. So there you go. Sometimes you got to do that too. So today's topic, let's talk about it. I want to talk, and you probably saw the thumbnail and everything, but things that we want to learn today. Do you listen to radio? Do you listen to podcasts, music, et cetera, and what kind of services do you have to do that? And what services do you like? Which ones do you not like? What do you like about them? What do you don't like about them, et cetera. Hey, Mike, good to see you here as well from Niagara Falls, Ontario. So, John, why don't you kick off? This and give us a little insight there on what you enjoy or watch or listen or et cetera.
Well, let's see. When I bought my Hyundai in 2019, it came with Sirius XM subscription, so I've enjoyed that. And I also it has Android Auto enabled, so I have access to Sirius XM on the radio, and have set up some certain certain newscasts and then news channels. And then musically, I have like the 60s, 70s, or 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, that kind of thing. But I don't listen to a lot of new music because the songs I want to listen to are the ones I want to learn to play and sing.
Oh, I got you.
So I have a little bit of a different approach. I also, I really like listening to news and podcasts. I use the Google Podcast app.
Nice.
Which also works through Android Auto on the phone.
Okay.
So I can I also am able to listen to my Audible books, my audiobooks that I buy through Audible. That also works through Android Auto. And
does it? Okay.
And I can listen to it on any of the devices. So in most cases, all of these, the apps that I use are available no matter what I'm using. I really like that. And it's just
so I'm curious about something on Audible. Isn't that owned by Amazon, or don't they run it or whatever?
Yes,
but yet it'll still go through the.
Well, because I have the Audible app on my phone.
And Android Auto has that.
Android Auto accepts it.
Nice.
I really, I like that ability because I don't get to listen. I don't sit and listen at home as much, but there are times when I'll jump in the car and we have a route on the island that does a loop. I can go all the way up to the north end and then come back around. I go off on the cross island and then back on the main 278. So that's really nice. So it's about a 40-minute casual, comfortable drive. Also, just to listen to a chapter of a book sometimes and see what the weather is out there. Just to wander. So I really enjoy having them accessible. And now to find out that some of the on Sirius XM, the SXM app on your phone or computer has more options than the radio.
It does. So yes.
I've gotten more used to listening to that as well.
Yep.
But it's always good to have. But the Google podcast thing is really nice. Rather than going to Apple Podcasts, which I could do, I have an Apple account. That I have an Apple ID. Let me put it that way.
Right.
But I think it's the Google Podcasts work for me because it's in the Google realm and
ecosystem.
And they have everybody I want to listen to.
Yeah, no. Well, that's all that matters, really, is what you want to listen to and what you're listening to. So let's go out here. Let's see if there's anybody that says anything. Says, let's see. Not a music listening fan except when trying to sleep. Podcast only if I see a friend recommend one about some new stuff tech. That's cool. That's interesting. And I mean, interested, Andrew, what podcast service you use to listen to your podcast and what devices are you listening on? And Mark says, I'm guilty of using Clubhouse and Twitter Spaces while trying. Yeah, I hear you. But I'm sure you listen to podcasts, or do you? He may just listen to like YouTube. I know YouTube Music, if you're a premium member, you have YouTube Music, which is what I listen to a lot of time on my devices in the house. Yes, the Sirius app is great for listening to NASCAR shows that I missed. There you go. See, so you can see he uses for listening to past ones. So that's pretty awesome as well. I never thought about that too. Is it hard to do that when you already know the winner though?
Okay. I see. Watch a sports event or listen to a sports event that's already happened if you know what the outcome is.
Exactly.
Because I love going back and listening to older podcasts. If a particular
I can totally get that, and I would see that, and I would do that for sure. It's the sporting events though. I'm like, well, I already know who won. Don't really want to go through and see all that unless unless it's your team. But even then,
not seeing.
No, I know. That's true. That's true. And then, okay, so what services do you pay for? So, for example, I just mentioned this. I have YouTube and YouTube Premium, so YouTube Music comes with it. So basically, I'm paying for that.
That's what
I have Sirius XM radio in my car, which I pay for. So that's two that I pay for. I try not to pay for any more than that just because I've already got those. So for me, that kind of covers me on those two ends. And now that I started getting back to playing an instrument, I actually listen more to the music side. It's funny because you mentioned, kind of mentioned that. Listening for learning, or I'll just pick out. Hold on, let me hear the bass on that or whatever, just stuff like that. I start to hear, and not that I didn't before, I probably did it subconsciously, but I now take notion to listen to that kind of stuff. So I even activated a couple channels because of it, like a classic rock rewind channel and stuff like that.
Wonderful. I love that.
Yes. One. Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing that kind of stuff, but that's kind of where I get my music side of it. Now I'm not into the podcast part. I don't know why I can't get into it. I would much rather go watch a couple YouTube videos, which is kind of like a vodcast if you think about it,
Is anybody paying the extra cost for, what is it? The Amazon Prime.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, you get to pay an extra $11 a month if you want Prime Music. No,
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Never thought about that.
But I do I'll tell you, I love YouTube Premium. When I see YouTube, when I see a YouTube video on somebody else's computer,
I know it drives you crazy.
Ads.
I know, I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way. It says I still pay for Audible, but haven't listened as much since I commute less. Yeah, that makes sense. I understand that. When you're sitting at your device all the time and everything where you're not traveling or anything. And Roxanne showed up. Hello, Roxanne. How are you? Love YouTube Music and for podcasts too. Interesting. Nice. So that's right.
More and more folks are doing podcasts via YouTube.
They started to add that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like one of the YouTube video or series I watch often is Star Talk with Neil deGrasse Tyson. They also do a podcast, but now the podcast is also being broadcast. I mean, it's the access that we have now to damn near anything we want to listen to.
That's cool. I need to look into that more. That's cool. Yeah. And I probably would look into. It's interesting because I'm always trying to.
The Week in Tech.
Oh yeah.
I've been doing podcasts and video podcasts for years, so that's the kind of thing. There's more because you can listen to it on a podcast and you can watch it on a YouTube video. So that I have so much
extra time on my hands. That's why. Mike says serious NASCAR shows are after the fact news stuff. Oh yeah. No, that sounds good. I could do that. I would do that kind of stuff because I do that. I listen to the NFL channel on my Sirius XM radio all the time, getting news and that way and stuff. And now I'm starting, since my kids have talked me into getting serious on the baseball fantasy. I did that this year to help them out because they needed a player. So I've been listening to that one as well. Andrew says, too busy doing forums and active online stuff. I deal in links to podcasts, not really subscribe to any podcast service as such. There you go. And Mark says YouTube Premium. That's all he says. YouTube Premium. There you go. I hear you. No, exactly. So that's the one you pay for, he says. Okay, that must be the one he pays for. I was just curious on what anybody else, if there's something out there that you're paying for. Like some people have Pandora, Spotify. They have the paid accounts for those. They have all those different things. There's a lot of different ones out there with the music end of it.
Yeah. I just never got into those.
And like you said about XM, it's in your vehicle. It's also here. It's whatever. No added attachments or anything like that. It's just it's part of your radio and stuff. So yeah,
straightforward. Yeah, I just never got into the Sirius or the Pandora. I never got into listening with those apps because again, I need to hear the songs I want to learn, and so much of that stuff is music and with Amazon Prime, it was always hard to find the music you want. I mean, you can tell Alexa. Excuse me,
right?
To play whatever. You can even do that with G. You can tell G to play whatever. But to go and actually search for music on Amazon, I find difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I totally get that. So yeah, it's So again, just what our topic is, I'm going to go just reiterate to everyone what our topic is, because I just had what services do you pay for? What do you listen to? Do you listen to radio, podcasts, music? Do you listen to interviews? Do you have like favorite channels? Or some people like, I know that there's a Yellowstone podcast because it's so popular and stuff like that. I'm just real curious. Give us some of the information of what you guys are listening to and what you watch. The other part of our question was what services do you pay for? I'm real curious to hear, and why you choose one over the other and that kind of stuff. Or maybe it was kind of like, I think you said it when you first got your vehicle, you got a promotion for like 3 months for Sirius. So then you're like, wow, I kind of like this. I'm going to keep it.
Shot. Yeah, I have. And I renewed it that year. I mean, it's because the car's now 4 years old. So I continue to renew and use.
Yeah, there you go.
Very much so.
Thought about using Spotify to start up a podcast. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know.
I also look into Google Podcasts to see about doing it through Google, since you're Google oriented anyway. With that,
and you're in the ecosystem. Why not just check it out?
Into that as an option to Spotify is all I'm saying. It may not Spotify might be the way forward to go. But because I listen to the Google Podcasts a lot, and it's easy to search for what you want, or you can put a keyword in what you want. So the background search function within Google is there with the podcasts too. So. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. We got some,
I agree with you. Yeah, go ahead. We got somebody.
No, that's fine. So let's see. Oh, she already did the Spotify. I did that one. Coin collecting channels. Ooh. Oh, cool. And that's on podcasting, right? I'm sure. Or is that like, I'm assuming that's on podcast. That's so cool. That's interesting.
Excellent.
I didn't even know there was such a thing. Listen to YouTube for background noise while working. Yeah, that makes sense. It's always
on right here. It's always on right here. The same thing, Mike.
Yeah, that's not a podcast, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
It could be, because podcasts go on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Just make a playlist and boom, it goes there. They do both video or regular podcasts. Interesting.
On Spotify?
That's cool. I guess so. I'm thinking she's saying Spotify because that's what was her last topic up here. Yeah. So I'm assuming that's tied to that. Yeah, I think it's tied to the same thing. I did not know they did video. No idea. I did not know that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool though that they do. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool that they're changing up and doing that kind of stuff. So yeah. Mm-hmm. We're not going to spend too much more time here. Just wanted to chat about it and get some ideas of people. So if you're rewatching this, be sure to tell us what do you listen to? Do you listen just to the regular radio? Because some people don't even listen to the regular radio. But if you don't pay for anything, I know I haven't in a long time either. But regular radio, do you listen to, what do you use for your radio? Like if it's Sirius XM, one of those things, or do you hook up your Spotify and do that? Or how do you do those kind of things? Any of that kind of stuff. If you do have podcasts, tell us some of the podcasts that you use. If you're using different, if you're on different podcast platforms, just curious. We want to learn a little bit about that. Is it music? Do you have some music that you intend to listen to? Is it something that you're a regular music listener and you want to listen to something? Just curious. So those are kind of the topics that we're talking about today. Love to have your feedback if you're rewatching this. And then which ones do you pay for? And just kind of distinguish pay for equals whatever and all that kind of stuff, just so we can see some comments out there that has all that kind of stuff, so we can see the different things. So let's see. I'm Sir Gold. I like that. PayPal, and it's YouTube. Okay. And they use an app so you can get on panel and show your coins that you want to sell. Okay. So yeah. So that must be, I mean, I assume it's YouTube Music, or are you just talking about YouTube and that's it? This is more, I was thinking about podcasts, but I'm real curious to learn a little bit more about that. It's kind of neat. Have a playlist. I asked Google to play. There you go. That's just makes it that much easier when you do that. That's for sure. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Alrighty, I'm going to start wrapping it up. Roxanne, thanks for your questions out there, Mike, and a couple other people that interjected. Mark gave us a couple. Andrew, he mentioned a couple things.
Yeah, Mark mentioned vodcast.
Oh, he did? Did I miss that one? I must have.
Yeah,
podcast. There you go. Okay.
Is that a video podcast?
No. I assume it is. I'll have to look into that. That's cool. Something we can talk about in the backstage pass. I'm going to do a little bit of the backstage pass when we're done here. We can talk to them about it there. YouTube Premium Music for with Stream Beats, Audible, Sirius XM. I think that's all for audio centric stuff. That's cool. Yeah, I missed a couple of those. Whatever reason. So yeah, sounds great. Thank you very much again, Jolin. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your little bit of input here, and I'm glad you were able to get on. Make it in and all that kind of stuff. So.
It worked this week.
It worked.
Maybe next week it won't. You never know.
Yeah. Let's see. I can't remember the name of the app. They put a link in chat and you click on it and you can get on the panel, but they pay for it, even though you can buy it too. Interesting. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'd be curious to know more about that one. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. That's pretty cool of you. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to take us on out of here. Thank you very much. We'll see y'all next week. Hopefully, I think I got a guest, but I'm not sure. It just depends whether I can get the guest on and whether I can make it. Sometimes I can't make it either. So we'll see what happens. Hey, it's baseball season, right? But thank you again, Jolin. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate being here.
Bye, all. Take care. We'll see you.